hungry? I'm hungry a lot. I really like to eat. I like snacks too. There's a story about a whole group of people who were hungry and they didn't have anything to eat, but Jesus had an idea. So let's read that story. It's called The Never-Ending Picnic. This sounds like a fun story, doesn't it? You can find it in Matthew chapter 14, Mark chapter 6, Luke chapter 9, and John chapter 6. Here's the story of the never-ending picnic. There we go. Look at that. Never-ending picnic. The little boy tugged on Andrew's robe. Andrew was a disciple. "Sir?" Andrew shooed the boy away. Again the boy tried, "Sir? Sir? I can help." "You help? I mean, thanks, but our problem's too big for one little boy," Andrew said, as he tried to keep from laughing at the child's offer. I can share my lunch," the boy insisted. Andrew looked at the thousands of people who had gathered on the hillside to hear Jesus teach. It was getting late, close to supper time, and the crowd would be getting hungry soon. The disciple looked again at the young boy. Come with me," he instructed. Together they walked over to Jesus. This boy would like to share his meal with the people, but it's only 5 loaves of bread and 2 fish. Not nearly enough for this hungry crowd. Jesus smiled. "Tell everyone to sit down on the grass." As everyone settled down, Jesus held up the bread and the fish, said a prayer of thanks. He gave the food to the disciples, telling them to share it with all the people. They did as he instructed. And the disciples went through the crowd of thousands, giving food to everyone. The people on the hillside had plenty to eat. There was so much food that 12 baskets full of bread and fish were left over. The people had come to hear a lesson from Jesus, but instead of just hearing a lesson, they saw a miracle. 2 little fish and 5 little loaves turned into enough food for everyone to eat and be full. And remember where that came from? It came from a boy. He shared what little he had. He shared his lunch. And thousands of people who were hungry were fed by that small lunch. Isn't that amazing? That Jesus found a way to feed the hungry with just one act of kindness. One of the messages that we can learn from this story is that nothing is too small for God to use to care for people and to feed people. You know, right here in my own town in Washington, PA, we have a group in town that does what's called Love in a Backpack. And it's a partnership with our church and the Salvation Army and some other churches and some other volunteers too. And we give out food for kids, maybe even some of you, who need it for the weekend. And right now, because there's a lot of people not in school, we're not only giving out food once a week, but we're giving it out twice a week. And you know, when you look at one of these bags, it's not a lot. And when you look at the number of volunteers, maybe 6 or 7, it's not a lot. And when you think about the stores that are donating food to us and the individuals who are donating food to us, it's not a lot. But all of that works together to put together about 11 to 1,200 bags of food to be distributed to children in our area each week. That's pretty amazing, isn't it? It's another way that God's miracles are working through the generosity, through some people taking what little they have and giving so that others can be fed. What a great story from Jesus. Remember that the next time you eat something and be thankful for all that God has given you.